Today I'm going to be shooting a video that I've seen a lot of photographers, videographers do, and this is a video showing what kind of gear I carry around with me, like what's in my camera bag, and why do I bring it, pretty much. So first of all, this is a Domke F5XB bag, and it's a pretty neat bag. It comes with a with a over the shoulder type of belt. What's pretty cool about it is that it has like these grips strips here all the way through, and when you're carrying it over your shoulder, yeah, it's my hand, but when you're carrying it over your shoulder, these grip things make it so it doesn't slide around, and it just grips right onto your shoulder. I carry a small bag because I use a Micro Four Thirds or a mirrorless camera. This was my Micro Four Thirds camera bag, but not anymore. Now it's my vlogging, like a run and gun type of vlogging setup here. So this is what I carry. It's pretty packed, but it does carry everything that I need for my usual vlogs. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's in here. First of all, the camera bag doesn't have zippers or anything. Well, not zipper to close the this flap here, but it has two Velcro strips that are very sturdy, very reliable. They don't open up, unless you want it to. It has a pouch here to put any minor accessories, and it goes all the way down. So there is space here to throw in a couple batteries, some cleaning cloths, maybe even your cell phone or anything like that you want to bring with you. The top one has it's a two zipper setup, so you can always zip it to the top, run the other one along. But what I usually do is I always run it all the way across to one side. I don't want to carry it, and I've never had it happen, but I don't want to carry it and while it's stretching out, the zippers open up. So that's pretty much how we set up our bag there. These things, side note, these things are pretty cool because they're kind of like clip-ons. They're quick release here, so if you ever wanted to, you can remove them there and then just throw them back on. And what's pretty cool about when you purchase this bag, Domke throws in a conditioning, like a bag conditioning cream, so that you can put it on there and take care of your bag, maintain it for many years. And I've honestly had this bag for I want to say 5 to 6 years now, and it's pretty heavy use. It's been through a lot of stuff, and it's still holding up. I mean, it's very good condition still, no tears, no rips, and I've just grab it, throw it in my car, grab it, bring it with me along. Like, I don't toss it on the floor or drag it around, but it has been in heavy use for the past 5 or 6 years. So moving on to what's in my vlogging setup here, what I have in, so this camera bag has 3 compartments, and it's pretty small compartments, but it does fit camera bodies, and it does fit a professional grade or professional size camera body in here, as I've tossed in my photography gear and all that stuff. And whenever I just need to carry one body, one lens attached to it, and maybe a couple little things here and there, and instead of carrying my big backpack or holding the camera by the handle all the time, or neck strap or anything like that, I can just toss it in here, toss it over my shoulder, and just pull it out whenever I need to. So three compartments to put stuff in, and then one front side pocket, which does actually, when this thing's completely packed, it does fit a iPad. I've used an iPad mini. It fits an iPad mini. I've had an iPad mini 2, I believe the 2nd generation, that I've tossed into this front like little sleeve pocket here. It's not really a sleeve, it's just a divider between the gear compartments and then like the actual leather strap. And I threw my iPad mini 2 in there, and I would use it to shoot with my Micro Four Thirds camera. I would send them over with Wi-Fi or Bluetooth over to my iPad mini, and then be able to edit there through like Snapseed or Visco or anything like that, and then just post them on Instagram or something like that for a quick workflow type of thing without needing to come back and use my computer to edit or anything like that. I can always just you know, throw an iPad mini in here, and then it had the cover for the keyboard, so even with that it would still fit perfectly in there. So you know, that's always good. But what I have in here is let's take a look. First, I have my M50. This is the only camera body that I use for vlogging right now. I am going to be switching over to my G7 pretty soon, and that's I'm just waiting on my Smallrig setup for my G7. What we have here is the M50, and it has a Smallrig cage attached to it. And with the Smallrig, you know, there's no issue getting it in and out of here. It fits perfectly. Like I said, you know, this bag fits a pro grade body, a bigger size full frame body, and it even has the Velcro strap dividers, so you can always remove them, readjust them, change the sizings, maybe just remove one, have 2 compartments instead of 3 if you need a bigger size, or if you're using just one body with like a 70-200 lens, you can just remove them all and it would fit in there no problem. So this camera is pretty light without the Smallrig cage, and with the Smallrig cage, just the you know, even though it gets a little bit heavier, you get more stable shots with it, just because of the added weight. So that's the only camera that's in my bag there, my M50, and I am using it with a 22mm f2.0 lens, pancake lens, I guess. Next, I would say my Manfrotto Pixi. I believe this is the Pixi tripod, and this is one of, I think this might be the smallest tripod that Manfrotto makes. I know they make one just a bit bigger than this for cameras with like zoom lenses and heavier lenses. I like this one just because it's really lightweight, and I like it over the GorillaPod, because the GorillaPod you have to, you know, set it up and everything, and you know, after you've done that for a couple weeks, couple months, the legs don't hold up as much. So, and this one I can just toss in my bag. My GorillaPod, there's no way it would fit in here. There's no way. Even across the top, I don't think it would close. But I like this one for what I use it for. I pretty much just use it to hand hold my camera, and you know, to get a little bit of distance, maybe even just tilt it that way and get a little bit, like an inch or two more. That's pretty much what I use it for, and so that's always in there. Let's see, moving on along to go with my Smallrig cage. I do have a rubber grip. It's a small grip. I'm sorry, a Smallrig brand top grip for a camera. So this goes along with the Smallrig cage. For those of you that are familiar with Smallrig or with any cage rig setups, you can attach different things to them. You know, make it a bigger setup, a more stable setup, more convenient for what you need. Handles, monitor mounts, battery attachments, rails, things like that. So what I was planning to do was planning to use the top mount for this and get B-roll shots, like lower angle B-roll, where I can just hold it, you know, at ground level, or hold it, you know, something like that, and just get smoother B-roll. I don't want to carry around a gimbal or anything like that, so you know, that's as it's handy for that. And this was only like 20 bucks, $25 on Amazon. I'll post the link in the description if you guys are interested in this one. This was only like $15 on Amazon, I believe, the Manfrotto, the little Pixi tripod, and it has a ball head, so you can kind of, you know, it's free range, you can kind of move it around. The only thing that I wish it did have was some of them. The bigger one has a slot here, so you can kind of twist it all the way, so it's kind of vertical, and you can shoot that way. But this one doesn't go all the way down. I mean, that's as far as it goes. There's no slot there or anything. So going back, Smallrig cage for the M50 goes for, I believe, I want to say like $70. $69.99, something like that, from Amazon. So you know, if you're entry-level filmmaker, if you're vlogging or anything like that, shooting movies, shooting videos, one thing that I would suggest is getting a Smallrig, or just a cage in general. If you have an M50, something that I would highly recommend is getting a cage for that added weight, and you get more stable shots with this for sure, and it just feels better in your hand. You get a bigger grip here, feels better. The only thing I wish it did have was a left-handed grip. Smallrigs is like $70 or $80. It's really expensive. So, and I couldn't really find any third-party left-handed grips for my camera, for the you know, for cages in general. So I'll keep looking. If not, I'm gonna have to fabricate my own. But let's keep going here. So what I have here is in different pieces is my microphone. Next one here is my mic. This is the Rode VideoMicro, and this is a pretty good microphone. It's compact. It's you're able to pull it, take it apart, and just throw it in your bag like that, like how I had it. The way that it goes, it's you attach it to this little shock-proof mount, so it you know, when you move your camera around, it doesn't vibrate, it doesn't catch any vibrations like that, and it goes on your hot shoe, and you just clamp it down. There's a wire for the back, and then this one just goes on your microphone input, and that's it. Power wise, it gets power through the camera, through the cable there. No need to charge it or anything like that. There's no battery inside, nothing like that. So you know, this by itself is pretty good, unless it's windy. You know, then you would have to use the Dead Cat wind filter. So this one just goes, you know, slides right in, and then it slides right in like that, and there you go. It protects from the wind. It protects from, you know, from all that noise, that external noise, and you're able to just you know, vlog or shoot a video and get that higher quality audio than you would just from the onboard microphone from the M50 or from any other cameras in general. You know, it's always a good idea to use external microphone. So if your camera has microphone jack or microphone port where you're able to attach a microphone, I would highly recommend attaching an external microphone. Something like this is about $50 or $60, and it comes with everything that you need to get started. It pretty much comes like this in the box. Well, it comes taken apart, but you get everything that you need here. You just have to be careful and make sure that you get the one for the camera and not for the cell phone. I'm not sure how many of you guys still have cell phones out there that have a headphone jack, but you can use these microphones for cell phone as well. If you're gonna be recording with cell phone, you know, you can buy one of these and attach it to your cell phone. So make sure you get the one for the DSLR and not for the cell phone. The only difference is the actual microphone, the wind filter is all the same, the stand and everything's the same. Well, actually the stand is different, it clips onto the cell phone, but the actual microphone and the wind filter is the same. The only difference is the cable. This is the one for the DSLR. The other one is a 3.5 millimeter jack, so it would be like a headphone jack, and it's used for your cell phone. So just be careful and make sure you go in there and ask for the one for the camera. And moving on, what I use is the I have a variable ND filter. So I still keep it in the wrapper. I'm pretty picky about my stuff like that. So variable ND filter. This goes right onto the my lens. So I'm able to adjust my aperture. I'm able to adjust my shutter speed down to when I'm shooting my vlogs. I like shooting them at 24 frames per second, and I like shooting at about 1/50th of a second, so I can get that cinematic style footage that everybody tries to get. So this is for sure needed, you know, if you're going to be shooting out in daylight. I always carry around a little cleaning, wiping cloth for the lens, for different things. You know, you can use the ones for your glasses or whatever. The only thing that I would suggest is if you use this, you use it maybe 2 or 3 times, and then you get rid of it. You like maybe wash it, you throw it with the you know, your clothes or whatever it is, or get a new one. These are fairly inexpensive, maybe you know, $2 for like a 10-pack or something like that on Amazon. But you don't want to keep using the same one, cleaning your cloth, getting all that dirt off, and then you know, wiping your lens, and then it's gonna, you know, get all that dirt, maybe eventually scratch your lens, because all that stuff is gonna be on your cloth. So, and then what I have here next is a step down ring. So this ring is required for so that I'm able to use my ND filter with this current lens that I have set up. This ND filter fits only to my regular kit lens, and it's I believe it's a 49mm filter thread size, and this one here on my 22mm is a 43mm 22mm lens, but the filter size is a 43mm thread size. So that means the lens hood, ND filters, polarizing filters, you need a 43mm thread so that it fits. Otherwise it's going to be too big or too small, and you know, I need this to be able to connect my ND filter. The very last thing I have, and I'm sure all you other M50 owners have, is spare batteries. So I always carry spare batteries with me, fully charged, and I always charge these every night when I go home. As you other M50 users know, these batteries suck. The M50 drains them right away. So I have 2 spare batteries, and I'm pretty sure that's not even enough. I'm pretty sure I might need an extra 1 or 2 more to be able to shoot with you know, my M50 for a couple hours. I haven't had any issue with the memory card, even though I always, as soon as I come home, I, you know, import all my data over to my computer, and then I have I believe it's a 128 gigabyte SD card in here, and you know, I only shoot in 1080, so you know, that's not an issue with me running out of memory. But I always carry extra memory cards as well. I just don't have any in here because like I said, this is just my regular vlogging setup, my run and gun type of daily everyday carry type of bag with all my gear that I carry every day. So you know, I'm not going out to shoot a whole day. I'm not going out to shoot like a, you know, a movie or a commercial or whatever it is. You know, if I was gonna had something in mind where I was gonna shoot all day, then definitely I would bring my you know, my my other SD cards to be able to not run out of memory. But you know, I have more issue running out of power than memory, and I'm pretty sure you other M50 guys or gals have the same issue. So that's pretty much my setup. M50 with Smallrig, Manfrotto Pixi tripod, rubber top handle for my cage. I have my step up ring that it lets me use my ND filter from a different lens onto my 22mm. 2 batteries, cleaning cloth, VideoMicro for audio, and that's pretty much it. yeah, so that's pretty much what's in my bag every day, and I do bring that every day. So whenever I do decide to shoot a vlog or shoot something, if I get an idea in the middle of the day or something, then I can jot it down and be able to scout a location or something like that, and as soon as I'm free, I can just shoot it without having to come home, pick up my gear, or get my stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much what I carry. And hopefully that's something that might help you guys out on selecting your gear, selecting your bag, or just if you guys were interested in what I use. So like I said, I am just starting out with this channel, so I don't have too much gear right now for vlogging. All my gear is mostly heavily focused on photography. So I can do a video for photography later on. I can shoot what's in my professional setup and what's in my professional bag, or what I bring with me, the type of gear that I have even at home. As you guys can see behind me, I have a bunch of photography stuff. I don't know if you guys can tell, but a bunch of lenses, a bunch of bodies, a bunch of accessories. But this is my main vlogging setup. And yeah, maybe I can shoot another video showing what my major new B-roll setup would be. And I think I wanted to shoot this video really early into starting my YouTube channel, just because I want to be able to document this for myself and see how it changes later on as I get more experience and as I start to grow my channel, and see how my bag and gear starts changing up. So I think that would be pretty neat idea, and just to kind of look back and see how far much I've come from now. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested in videos like this, videos for budget accessories, videos for budget setups, entry level tips, hints, and stuff like that, stuff that we can kind of learn as we go, and you guys can learn with me as I'm learning all this stuff on on my own as well. So if you guys are interested in stuff like this, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what kind of gear you guys have, what kind of camera you guys shoot with, what kind of bag you guys carry. Do you guys carry like a full-on backpack? This is a small over-the-shoulder. Do you guys carry something like that? Do you guys carry like a maybe a sling strap with just a body? What kind of gear do you guys have? Do you guys have a microphone setup? Do you guys have a tripod, small rig, ND filter? What kind of stuff you guys have? How many batteries do you guys carry with you guys, or gals, at a time? I think 2 is okay, but I'm really aiming to double this and shoot another 2, and that's just 2 extra. I have 1 in the body, so that's 3 total. So yeah, let me know if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down, and that helps me too. I will be posting all the stuff that I have here. I will be posting everything in the description, in the description for the video, and I'll be posting links to the Amazon page that has this stuff. Maybe I'll make a list of I don't know if I can make like a wish list or a public list showing all my gear, and in that way you guys can kind of see what I have, or how much it is, what's the cost range of all this stuff. And if you guys want to pick something up that I use, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to just click on the link. It's not like an affiliated link or anything like that. All this stuff I bought on my own, so nothing is sponsored. I wish I was. The photography gear and video gear is very expensive, but all this stuff, all the gear, unless I specifically say it in the beginning, but everything is stuff that I've bought with my own money and that I use, and I'm slowly trying to build my way up. So this stuff will be posted on the description, showing links to everything that I've talked about today. So alright guys, see you guys later.